All right, everyone. I would like to take a moment to thank y'all for joining me this evening. I really appreciate it. Now, there's something that I've been saying relatively often lately when I'm doing something that feels tedious and unnecessary to me, and that is, why do I need to know this? I'm just going to become a llama farmer anyways. This is completely true, and multiple people can vouch for that. Don't ask me why I chose llama, it just felt right at the time. Anyways, I recently realized exactly why we have to learn the things that we have to learn, even if we feel we may never use them. I was at a friend's house, and we were down in her room. It was getting late, and her mom came down to say goodnight to us. She sat down on the bed, and the three of us were just chit-chatting, having a casual conversation. She casually brought up the fact that she once bought a globe for the household because she didn't know where Alaska was. When I asked where she thought it was, of course, off the coast of California, like it would appear in a textbook, in a little box because it isn't physically connected to the US. After I learned this, my follow-up question was, of course, so you finally figured out where Alaska is, right? My friend has a world map up on her wall, so her mom points to it and says, right there. Now, I don't know if y'all can picture a map of Canada, but she points directly at the Hudson Bay, which is not quite Alaska. To clarify, I'm not saying anything bad about this woman. I love her a ton, but she had me crying with laughter at midnight as we pointed out to her exactly where Alaska really is. She then proceeded to ask why we don't just own all of Canada. And then she decided we just needed to sell Alaska to Canada. And then, when we told her that most of Canada was uninhabited anyways due to the coldness of the land, she decided that we should just cut Canada in half, keep the bottom half with the people for ourselves, and let the top half simply float away. And then she decided that we, as the US, should basically just purchase every single other country. Now, I will not admit to knowing anything about the government, but I'm pretty sure that that's not the greatest idea. I swear I cried tears of laughter for the hour that we had this conversation. I'm sure it was mostly sleep deprivation, but it was a hilarious night that I will not forget for quite a while. So even though I don't believe that I will ever need to know the capital of Wyoming, it did remind me that no matter what field I go into in my future, it is still important to pay attention so that in 20 years, I don't confuse a landmass for a body of water.